this World War II drama based on a true story, one man makes a desperate journey for his survival. Freddie Noller, played by Lucas Lingard Tonnesson, is forced to leave his family in Vienna behind after the Anschluss and the rising anti-Semitism. He eventually finds his way to Paris, where he takes a job in a burlesque club to earn money for new papers so that he can cross into England, where he falls for dancer Jacqueline, played by Clara Rudgard, but has to hide his identity from the clientele of Nazi soldiers. This is helmed by Annabelle Jankel, who previously directed Tell It to the Bees and co-directed Max Headroom and Super Mario Bros. And the story of Freddie Noller is a remarkable one. Noller survived the Holocaust and often spoke about his experiences, including 2 books, one of which shares the name of this film, and he passed away in 2022, aged 100. Desperate Journey is especially chilling in the first act in Austria, as the tide of prejudice rises into a terrifying threat. Jankel's direction doesn't shy away from the moments of shocking brutality and cruelty in the story, and how frightening it was living through that time, aided by some excellent production values recreating Vienna and Paris in that period. When Noller reaches France, the film shifts gears into something reminiscent of Cabaret at times, and does so again in the third act, where it turns almost into a spy thriller when Noller starts working with the French resistance, including Steven Berkoff as a forger. Less successfully handled is the wraparound narrative during Noller's death march from Auschwitz, which can awkwardly interrupt the action and may have worked better either bookending the film or in more linear order. The tricky part is that Noller's story is so extraordinary that it's actually hard to fit all of it in the length of a feature film, and sometimes Michael Radford's script, best known for the film version of 1984 and Il Postino, does show that strain, despite condensing some facts for dramatic purposes. There's lots of recognisable faces in the supporting cast, including Hugo Spear, Nathaniel Parker, and Niamh Cusack popping up in small roles. Sienna Guillory and Ed Stoppard play Freddie's parents, with Till Schweiger playing a particularly odious Nazi high roller at the club. But Tonnesson is very good in the lead role, especially once he starts working at the club and has to put money above his principles and spend his nights serving Nazis who would kill him if they discovered his Jewish heritage, and his conflict and discomfort at having to stare death in the face and be polite. I think my main criticism of the film is that so much of it is focused on surviving that it sometimes forgets it's supposed to be also about how love and hope helped keep Noller alive, and that's particularly clear in the film's ending, which hastily wraps things up in voiceover narration about forgiveness and needed a few extra scenes to land emotionally. That said, Desperate Journey is a sincere attempt to make sure these important stories are never forgotten.